Landisberg sees the opening.
Monica Wright delivers again.
Virginia wins. The Cavaliers are going to the College World Series. He's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia, Big Paul. Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly, presented by the Virginia Lottery.
You may win that battle, but I was going to win the war.
This punt's going to be blocked. Coming up the middle, Walcott blocks it. It's picked up. It's going to be taken into the end zone.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Kevin Tschirhart from the cross country and track and field team. We've got a lot of great stories on today's show, but first, here's your play of the week.
I think it was Neal that slipped the ball to Ross, and Ross hits a heavy ball. I think it may have taken a little deflection, but it was moving. He was going in different directions. But that run that Ari made, I think, got the keeper stepping in the opposite direction.
It was good, I just was in the right spot, and Hunter was like, take it, Ross, and shoot it. I shot it and hope for the best. So, that's all I could hope for. It's great.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly has been brought to you by SunTrust Mortgage. Live solid, bank solid. Stay tuned. Virginia game highlights are coming up next. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Our football team traveled to Miami this weekend to take on the Hurricanes. Let's check out the game story.
Only 27 yards rushing a week ago against Wake Forest. They'll fake the handoff to Cooper here. Harris, play-action pass, throws over the middle. He's got a wide-open man. His former high school teammate, Aldarius Johnson, makes the catch. Outside of that, an offset I formation, a couple tight ends in the mix. Here comes the blitz, and it's going to be a sack at the 20-yard line. Cam Johnson comes unblocked to the 20, and he dumps Ja'Cory Harris. Snap is off, hold is down, kick has plenty of leg to it. Boy, this one could have been good from 55. He drills Ja'Cory Harris under center for Miami. It's a flea flicker as he hands off to Cooper, right back to Harris. Gonna lob this one down. Darius Thompson is intercepted, picked off. Ross side now and going the other way. Blockers in front. Here we go. He's to the 25. Stutter step at the 11. And I can say he was out of bounds at the 19 before. So what a play for Virginia. So snap is off, hold is down, it's on the way. This one plenty of leg and good. So Robert Randolph has tied the game at 3 points apiece.
That's what's killing us right now. We gotta, keep our defense off the field and stay on the field a little bit longer. We got to score touchdowns too after our side gets a nice pick and has a decent return. So we had a lot of opportunities and we just didn't take advantage of them. And that's partially the reason why we're all unhappy at this moment. So hopefully tomorrow we can go in there and practice and fix things up and get ready for next week.
So here is Bosher taking the snap, punt blocked. Somebody got a hand on it at the 20-yard line. It's going to flutter over to the 43-yard line and out of bounds at the 45. So how about that? Someone got a hand on it. I think it was Terrence Fells Dancer for Virginia. He's out of the shotgun, barking out signals. Takes the snap. Going to throw a quick pass over the middle. Completes this one. Diving to the 35-yard line and tackled at the ankles was Tim Smith. Jackson the lone setback now on 1st and 10. He'll get the call on first down. Takes it around the right edge. Blockers in front. He's into open field. He races ahead. He's to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Rashawn Jackson, 35 yards to the end zone. And Virginia has its first lead of the day.
The line did a really good job of getting on that man. It pretty much made my job easy. I saw the hole, hit it. And, 10-3 at the time. So I was pretty excited for that. But obviously I'm disappointed with the outcome.
Up offense here, pass over the middle, wide open player. Hankerson makes the catch, breaks the tackle, spins inside, races ahead, touchdown Miami. Low snap. Rathjen nearly has his block. It's a low line drive. Perhaps that rugby-style kick was the plan. It's picked up off the hop by Collier. Spins off one defender. Now he's going the wrong direction, but can he get around the edge? He gets around the edge to the right side. Blockers in front. Look out. Theron Collier taking it down the right sideline. He will walk into the end zone. My goodness, a 60-yard punt return.
It's a great individual return. In the special teams meeting last evening, it was pointedly stated that number 28's the guy. Okay, he's the most dangerous guy, and he lived up to that. That was for sure.
Lone setback, Javaris James, who was into the game for the first time. Straight drop back from Harris here. He completes the pass over the middle. It's going to be caught. Travis Benjamin inside the 10-yard line. He has LaRon Bird to his left, now in motion. Theron Collier goes from left to right. Straight drop back. Harris lobs it to the back of the end zone. That ball is caught, but was he in bounds? Yes.
Good to see Vic Hall get some shots at getting that ball in his hands.
This punt's going to be blocked. Coming up the middle, Walcott blocks it. It's picked up. It's going to be taken into the end zone. Billy Schatz, touchdown, Virginia. Second block punt of the day, and the Cavaliers are back in it.
Coach made a great call. I attacked the left wing on the shield, and I just attacked him and tried to hit him as hard as I could. And my inside guy who rushed next to me, Trey Womack, just made a great play, dove in, blocked that ball, and I was there for the ball, picked up, ran it in. It was a great feeling at the time. It was great.
I think both sides would say about the first half that there were a lot of plays that they liked. I think both sides would say there were a lot of plays that they didn't like. When we said, let's just dismiss all of that, and whether it's 38-31, 24-17, or 7-0, okay, the differential's the same. And so just forget about that half and go out there. It's a 7-0 game. Big circumstance, third down, first series of the second half. We get a good rush on the quarterback, have the opportunity to make the sack. He does a good job of getting free, eventually gets out of the pocket, hits a big play down the field, results in a score. So we didn't do what we had to do there. It was one of the top things on the list, keep the quarterback in the pocket. We didn't do that. And
Cooper in the deep back here. Play action pass. Here comes the pressure. Cam Johnson takes his helmet off and he drops it. Did he get the football? My goodness, pushing and shoving, and here we go. This time Hankerson, a receiver right. Handoff again goes to Berry. Berry this time has a huge hole to run through. He takes it in, standing up in Miami, strikes again. Here's Cooper getting the carry, spinning off a defender. He's still on his feet. He's loose. Only man between him and the end zone. Rossai Dowling. Dowling fights off a blocker, and he will push him out of bounds. Pack it in tight with just one receiver to the right. Handoff goes to Cooper. Cooper trying to get that corner, and he bowls over a defender on his way to the end zone. Touchdown as he went right over Rodney McLeod.
Cavalier fans, join me, Dave Kane, at Charlottesville Kroger locations for a chance to win 2 sweet tickets and hospitality passes to the Virginia Tech Virginia football game on November 28th. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Lottery. More than $4 billion to K-12 public education since 1999. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools.
This year, our women's basketball team welcomes back one of its all-time greatest players. Wendy Palmer, who dominated the paint in University Hall in the 1990s, is now a member of Debbie Ryan's coaching staff.
There was great leadership when I got here. I learned a lot from Dina Evans and the twins, although I was kind of a moody, homesick first year. I think that's something that a lot of kids go through. But within all of that, I learned a lot from the fourth years that were here about basketball, about how to carry yourself as a young lady, the Virginia experience, education, how to handle yourself accordingly. So it was a very special time for Virginia women's basketball, coming off of 3 trips to the Final Four, the Dawn Tammy era, the Kathy Grimes. You hear all those stories and you just want to be a part, you want to do your part. And I think all the individual success came because I always focused on the team success. And I knew that my team needed me, whether I was hurt, sick, or not. I needed to perform to help my team, but not just an individual performance. It was about making your teammates around you better. And that's what I strive to do. That was my only focus. And once you always have that passion, that love for the game, you can become tough. You know, you can work on your right, left hand. You can focus on rebounding. Just feeling unstoppable, knowing that it was going to be a war. You may win that battle, but I was going to win the war. So bring it, whatever you had. It was a feeling of freedom. I mean, that was my safe haven. And I just poured my all into that. And, you know, it wasn't always easy. I didn't always know how to tackle things, but it was just something that was in me that I graduated from the University of Virginia. And I feel that to this day, it's nothing that I can't get done. No matter what demands Debbie put on me, okay, I will have it. It will get done. And, you know, I'm going to work hard because I love her. I love the University of Virginia. I think this is a great place to be. Obviously, I came here to play. And now that I'm back, I just think this is a very, very special place that I want to be a part of something special here. Wait and listen, though. It's funny how you transition from being a player, because I still have that competitive edge that I try not to get into many drills because I don't want that animal to take over. But you transition it into giving back. And that's one thing that I want people to say about it is she gave back all she could. I love the youth. I think that, you know, if we don't take care of our youth, we're going to be in trouble because they're going to be the leaders of this country. They are tomorrow's future. So just giving back all the things that coaches and basketball has done for me, I can't think of a better way to do it. I want it to be better. I want to win a championship and be a part of winning a championship for the University of Virginia, you know, for the university, also for Debbie, for these girls, for everyone who ever put on the Virginia jersey. I want to make sure that I do my part in helping that come to the University of Virginia because I think this team, this program, this tradition, this legacy deserves that.
When he played in college and in the NBA, Tony Bennett was known as one of the best shooters in the country. And now, Coach Bennett is teaching the Virginia Cavaliers.
Doing a lot of things, working off the big man, working off my teammates, having Sylvan in there, penetrating, open for a lot of shots. So I call it my dream offense. I'm glad Coach Bennett is here, and it's been fun out there. And everybody's having fun, especially me. I'm having fun, so I feel good out there. Coach Bennett definitely knows how to shoot the rock. I saw him shoot a couple of jumpers this summer. He didn't see me looking, but they went in pretty much, and I can see they hit a good shot. So he definitely got to. He's a shooter. He knows what it takes. The confidence you have to be a shooter.
Can I still shoot the rock? Even if I can, I tell everybody I can. I'm a lefty, so you know lefties don't ever lose it. That's the thing I tell you. Every lefty who's listening will know that lefties just do everything a little bit better. So, but I think I can line it up pretty good, and yeah, I haven't lost that too much. Not like I used to. We stress trying to hold our follow through, and you know, just do things very consistently. Great balance on your shot, and kind of rep it out over and over. And I really think that's the key. You know, you try to do things with guys' confidence. You try to make them shoot with a hand in the face. Try and play games. Hey, you got to make 5 in a row before you can go on. Just little things you do. But again, it comes down to guys if they can really focus and get quality reps, some extra, but also in practice, doing it when it counts. You should improve when you get to college because you're working at it more, and a lot of it's inside. If there's some major flaws, sometimes you have to make some changes to get technique squared away, but there's also something that's just inside guys have. Like they have a confidence, they have a timing, and they can shoot, you know, kind of under the lights with people there.
He just gives me a lot of confidence out there on the court. I feel free out there. I feel good. My shots look good all through the summer, and practice has been looking good. So I can't wait till this season. I've been counting down the days from the first game. 10 days left, so I can't wait.
Coming up after the break.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
This was a busy week for our Olympic sports, with ACC championships in cross country and field hockey, plus the final regular season home games for men's and women's soccer. Let's check out the highlights.
I thought we came out much more, I thought we were a little more dangerous in the second half, and you could tell it was coming. You know, Sinead's goal really kind of calmed us down, and I thought we controlled the rest of the second half. So a great result. You know, for us, this is kind of like an NCAA weekend for us to start with, a championship weekend to start with. So you know, it was nice to get these 2 wins, and we certainly helped our postseason chances, that's for sure. She's such a great player, and she's been such an integral part of our program. One thing I think is great for her this year is I think she's taking on more of the goal scoring, and I think that's been a real asset to us. She's worked on her long-range shooting, she's worked on her finishing, and I think it's paid off for her. The results that we haven't maybe received earlier in the year when we thought we had good enough performances to do that, I think it makes you a little bit harder. I think it makes you focus a little bit more, makes you a little bit stronger, and I think that our whole team had to get better, and I think they've done a great job of sticking together, and we have gotten better. You know, a lot of the stuff that happens during the regular season, you know, is important and it means something, but you know, it's really how you're playing now. The tough thing for us is we've been playing well, but the onus was on us to get some results so that we could get into postseason. Now you can say, okay, now some of the stuff that happened earlier in the year, hopefully will help us, and the momentum that we have now hopefully will help us as we go into the ACC tournament.
Emil is exceptionally tough, and today he wanted to prove to himself that he could run the whole course in the front, hammering. And we had talked before, and I'm a bit more conservative in nature, and be a little easygoing, and that's not his nature. So I knew he was going to do it anyhow, but he did a great job holding on. And then Ryan Collins did a wonderful job to catch Emil and finish 1-2. You know, I'm tremendously proud of both of them. I think anytime you challenge yourself and you have one of those gut check moments and you come out successful on the other side, you can be proud. You know, he can ride home today knowing that he didn't leave an ounce of energy on the course. Everything he did was for the better, the better race for the team today. So I'm tremendously proud of him. We had intermediate goals where you need to be in order to accomplish those goals, to make sure mathematically, if Emil and Collins do their part, we can't be beat. If our 4-5 are right here, we'll be fine. And today we weren't able to accomplish that. I hate to lose, and I think I want to be surrounded by people like that. And if we gave 100% effort today and our guys were falling across the finish line, that's one thing. And I just didn't see it. I saw a lot of people feeling sorry for themselves. And we're a young team, and we need to go home and kind of reevaluate our game plan.
It was a game of opportunities, and we were able to capitalize on the opportunities that we had. Obviously, UNC had a couple more early on, and while we tried to get organized. But we were able to try things out, try different people out, and still come up with the win, so we're happy about that.
Goal, Virginia Cavaliers.
The kids were just excited. They love playing at home. They love playing in front of the Virginia crowd, and the Virginia crowd was there again, loud. We actually got a foul because one of the kids didn't hear the whistle. So she said the crowd was so loud I couldn't even hear the whistle. I took off with the ball, and but we'll take that crowd noise any day. We need to rest. We need to sleep. They need to eat and drink, and then put the game plan together for what we're going to do. What we're going to try to do to win an ACC championship.
A good game for us, a good performance overall, top to bottom. AU's a good team. I think right from the start our mentality was good. I was very happy with that. I was a little worried coming off the Maryland game and then in between NC State that we'd have a little bit of a letdown, but our guys did great. We moved the ball around. Getting that goal in the first half was big. I think we're just finding a little bit of rhythm now, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of success. I thought the game was kind of two halves. I thought the first half we moved the ball around unbelievably well, created some really good chances.
dream of because it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time, but it was great. To go out like that is great. I hope we get more games like Faulkner and go forward.
In other Cavalier sports action this week,
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. Our football team is back home next Saturday to face Boston College in Scott Stadium, and that's one of several big home games on the schedule. Our men's basketball team opens our 2009-2010 season on Friday night against Longwood in the John Paul Jones Arena, and our women's team entertains Manhattan in their home opener on Sunday. Volleyball hosts Wake Forest on Friday and Duke on Saturday, and our rowing team holds the Rivanna Romp at the Rivanna Reservoir on Sunday. We'll be back next week with highlights from those contests and more great stories from Virginia athletics. Until then, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is presented by the Virginia Lottery. The Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.